So last class we focused on really getting efficient at some of our combinations, right? Our sparring combinations. So the way you learn a motion individually or by itself or separate from the rest of the form or the surrounding motions or out of context is not the way you perform it in real life, right? So when we show you some animal motions, we don't expect you to catch punches with your tiger claw and to scratch people's faces. Even though in self-defense, do what you need to do. I'm not against scratching if you need to. No rules in self-defense. Only street fights. So when you perform your techniques, you'll actually have to do them slightly differently. And that kind of throws off a lot of people, especially if they were getting used to throwing with power or really connecting their body or things of that sort. So let's give it a try, and I'm going to show you some of the differences. So in basic training, you learn to punch and bring it back, right? Which is good. You always want a good recoil, so you punch, bring it back. Instead of just punching and bringing it back, if you were doing a combination, you would punch this hand out, and as you pulled it back, or as you punched, you would begin to turn this leg, because I want to turn and adjust my body for a nice round kick. So I'm going to punch out, but as I pull it back, I'm starting my kick. Boom, and I'm leaning away from whatever the target would be. Lastly, after I do my punch, and I pivot the body, turning, I lean and I start my kick. As I set my foot down, as I shift and set my foot down, this hand is getting ready for its last attack. Ridge hand, boom. Now I can pull it back to here. Now we didn't practice ridge handing from here. Because if we did, we'd probably get a lot of ridiculousness. So now that we've restricted our motion, we're going to try to open it up a little bit. So now let's go one, we're going to punch out. As we punch out, we're turning the body, but not the head, right? Turn the body. And now we're going to lean away as we pivot this foot. Right, it happens kind of fast. Bring that heel down, pivot. Pull the fist back, round kick. Set the foot down. I'm going to shift, ridge hand, boom. Now notice my left hand, my front hand came back. So if you don't have a hand out and it's not striking, it should be blocking. So I'm going to go a couple different angles. I got my ready stance. I'm going to punch out, which is the way this would normally go, punching out like that. Instead, now I'm going to punch out, pivot this, and start leaning away as I pull my fist back. Round kick, boom. Bring this hand up as I get ready to strike with this one, right? So we're trading. Ridge hand, pull it back. All right, let's go again. One, two, three. Height. Let me pull it back. All right, let's try the other side. Or I'm going to turn the other way. So we got our front punch. Right? Notice how that turned. Now we're going to lean away. Round kick. Set it down. Bring this hand back up. See how the body is moving all at the same time? Ridge hand. Boom. As you practice, the coordination will come and you'll get a lot better at some of this muscle memory type responses to these motions. So we're going to punch out, turn, lean, pull, round kick, set it down, shift, ridge hand. All right, let's go for a count of 5 on each side.
Yes, sir.
1.
Height.
2.
Height.
3.
Height.
4.
Height.
Height. And 5. Height. Listen. It's front hand front punch. Front leg round kick. Back hand ridge hand.
Height.
Height. 1. Height. 2. Height. 3.
Height.
Height. 4. Height. And 5. Height. Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you notice, I took more time in between each one to make sure that my mind was ready to move my body. When you practice, especially if you're practicing at home or by yourself, you want to make sure your mind has to be there with your body. You have to be consciously practicing. So as you do your technique, or before you even start moving your body, think about the things that I just said. Make sure that your punch is correct. So if it's going to come out correct, sometimes that left side is less coordinated and it needs more thought. That's speaking to myself, and I assume it's true for everyone else, right? Or some others. So from here, it takes a little bit more thought for me to get this right with the correct form. So I have to think a little bit and make sure that I'm doing all the right steps. So that it's shown correctly, of course. The right side is my favorite. So what I want you to do is I want you to try that a couple times on your own. Best way to do that is if you have a mirror, a full body mirror, where you can strike and aim at what you're doing. Aim to your face. Even if you have only a small mirror that frames the face, aim for your face each time. Don't kick the mirror off the wall, please. Give it a try.
Yes, sir.
You said I was supposed to be kicking the mirror. I did not say kicking the mirror. This is the class you're breaking down. So that's why it might get tired of it, but it still needs to happen. Does that make sense? So the way you navigate that, we'll have stuff set up so we can use banks or something. We want to set them up. No, let's use real. Put those red bags on. And then just do one move. So yes, we've done each move individually, but go ahead and break it down. So you've gone over it, they've done a combination lunge, that might be about a kick, have them stretch as well. Just mix it up. So have them do it a lot, and then have them stretch. While they stretch, talk to them about one aspect of it. So it's like,
Like when I see them doing it, I can say like, do turn and toe, like put your body like over your, but like just things like for me, like you have a lot of wisdom, and so does Mr. Gage, but I'm just like,
appreciate that. Systemic is all I can think, is all that comes to mind. Find something systemic that everybody's doing. So like, say you're watching the front punch, and you see that everybody's not fully rotating their fist. Pause them for a second and say, this is why I want you to rotate this, or this is how I would like you to do it. This is what I saw, and this is what I did for a couple of years. I have done it a little bit. It made a difference when I would tell them, this is what I saw you do. This is what I want you to do. So that if you tell them, and they're doing this, it's like, this is what I saw you do. Now everything, and I don't know if you know that. Now, if you gave that a try, good job, you're doing what you're supposed to do. If you did not give that a try, I'm disappointed in you. Give you the parent disappointment and the finger wag. Do what you're supposed to do, train your stuff. I don't usually tell you that because y'all are at home, but do what you're supposed to do. All right. Now, so we ran through our technique. We ran through front punch, round kick, bridge hand. Now, we do have a set list of combinations that we do in the Kung Fu school that we teach for the Black Sash test. However, practically, sometimes those are a little more advanced than what we would do real time, real life against a Jacqueline or Mr. Man. You're probably not doing a lot of fancy kicks, right? Because you're trying to get something in. Or you are practicing your fancy kick because you practice at home. I'm doing techniques that I would do in sparring. So now I want to show you a few more. One of my favorites is the side kick. The back fist side kick. I'm trying to think if there's another one after that. Back fist side kick is a good one. So when we do our back fist, it's a quick shot, out and back. Very quick. And it's also best if you reach for it. So as I reach for it, I'm kind of going to push, reach a little bit, not be too off balance. I'm not like this, which, I mean, sometimes people are. So I'm here, and I'm turning, really reaching out for that. And if you notice, it turns the body perfectly for the next technique, which is a side kick. So after I open up and turn, I'm going to just start the lean, same way I did with my front punch, and I'm going to pick the knee up inward and then shove out. Boom. Yes. So shifting the weight as I back fist, there's no weight on that back leg, so it's easily turned. I'm going to lean, pull back to a block position, side kick, and set the foot down. Back fist, lean, right? So we back fist, return, lean, side kick. And you can finish it off with a bridge hand or a back punch. Okay? 2 is good though, especially if you're trying to get a point. The back fist will serve as a distraction. They'll block it even if you don't intend to touch. Distraction. And then now that their arm is up like this, what's exposed? Glory. The points. Okay? So back fist, they block, and then you're going to put your fist on those ribs. Boom. Okay, let's give it a try. 1.
Height.
2.
Height.
Height. 3.
Height.
Height. 4.
Height.
And 5.
Height.
Puss. 1.
Height.
2.
Height.
3.
Height.
4.
Height.
Last one. 5.
Height.
Feet together.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Very good. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity. The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity. The path of self-mastery requires balanced emotions. Balanced emotions do not yield to negativity.
Bow to Senior Head Instructor.
Bow to Apprentice Instructor.